Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I'm excited to introduce to you Craig Rollins with LJCooper. How are you doing this morning, Craig?
Good. Glad to be here.
Very good. Thanks for getting up bright and early to come talk with us.
Hey, I'm up early all the time.
Yeah.
And when I get a chance to come up Park City, I take it.
Very good. Was it dark on your drive up here? Or how was
foggy.
It? Foggy. Oh, that's not good.
No, it was great. Once we got up here, it was fine.
Yeah,
but down low
it's
was
a lot
foggy.
more clear up here than it is in the valley for sure.
That's true.
But Craig, you have just come out with this book, The Wholesaler's Companion. So tell us kind of the premise of why you wrote this.
It's from a client perspective. I got frustrated because we had salespeople calling on our firm, and I got a little frustrated with the experiences I was having. They just didn't seem to be very prepared. The last 7 to 10 years, we've seen kind of a drop in the preparedness or the ability of a lot of the salespeople calling on us. As I got to talking with people in the chamber, Utah Valley Chamber, and with some of the associations I'm involved with, it got to be a kind of comical. Our conversations were, this one guy came in or this one lady came in and I can't believe what she said.
Nice water cooler talk.
Yeah, it was great water cooler talk. And finally I just got to the point, I said, we've got to do something to help these guys that are coming in and selling to our business know what they should and shouldn't do. And that was the premise of the book, as I put together, along with, I don't know, several hundred people that we interviewed and businesses that we talked with, the do's and don'ts for sales professionals. Just absolute faux pas, some of them, that they come in and go, I have a sales quote at the end of the month. Are you buying? Not now.
Oh, gosh. I'm sure it's pretty entertaining with a lot of great insights. So what are some of the most important things for sales professionals to do?
I think there's a couple of, one main thing is do your homework. With LinkedIn, by the way, LinkedIn and Twitter and websites. And if you don't know something about the person that you're going to call on, the business or the client that you're going to call on, in this day and age, you're just lazy. There's too much information out there. That's probably my biggest pet peeve, is when I have a salesperson come in my office to sell me on something that I'm very proficient at. And they could have known that by quickly looking on our website or doing some research, and they come in and give you a product 101 lesson. And
it's immediate. It's an immediate like turn off.
It is.
And it's almost, you kind of, I mean, not that you're trying to be offended, but it's almost an offense. And so you think, am I really going to work with you if that's how unprofessional you're going to be?
Yeah, if you're not going to do your homework and know who I am or how your product may even benefit us, why am I wasting my time here? I think just a lot of it's lazy. I think too many of these guys, sales professionals, are pushed for quota. They've got certain criteria they're trying to meet, and they start focusing on that instead of the thing they should be focusing on, is the relationship. So we always say relationship first, sales second. Which is I think on the cover of the book, it says success isn't success has little to do with who you know, but how you are known.
I was going to ask you about that. Such an insightful little tidbit there. It's not about necessarily who, but how you're known. Definitely that reputation that you have. So kind of expound on that now. Well,
the bottom line is because of Twitter and LinkedIn and all the social media, you might be Facebook friends with I don't know, pick somebody, Warren Buffett. But if Warren Buffett doesn't know who you are, if he doesn't like you, if he does know who you are, that's going to impede your chances of really doing much with someone like Mr. Buffett. If you are known as a hard worker, if you're known as someone who does their homework, if you are the person who gets the job done, if you're the person on the committee that gets the job done, you go call on those people. It's fairly good likelihood that you're going to get in the door and get a chance to talk.
So what are some other specific examples, or maybe another tip that you can give someone who is just entering the sales profession?
When you're meeting with a client and you're doing your sales presentation, you really need to know your company's story. You need to know your product. You need to know how that product may fit with that client. Have a story to tell. Sales is not about facts and figures all the time. That's there to support your presentation. The presentation is there for you to sell yourself, sell your company, sell your ability to service the client. They need to focus more, like I said, more on the relationship, more on the sticky story than on the facts and figures and charts and graphs. Too many salespeople think that their numbers are what's going to win the client over, and very, very rarely is that the case.
And that's true, and I'm sure everyone's had the experience where they're trying to be sold something, yet the aura the person puts off is so not necessarily offensive, but they don't want anything to do with it, with what that person represents because of the reputation they may have. And so it's so important to kind of, do your homework.
Do your homework.
Know about the company, know about the product you're selling. First of all, I think I'm sure you've had experiences where people try and sell you something and you ask them questions and they don't know how to answer.
All the time. And and there's nothing wrong with a salesperson to say, you know what, I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll check that out and I will get back to you. Man, that's a breath of fresh air when I hear that. It's like, great.
That's some good information, even like that goes anywhere, even in a job interview. If you don't know the answer to their question, usually the best thing is, professionally say exactly that.
I'm in the financial planning profession, and we have people come in and ask us about a certain company or stock or a certain way, a tax issue they're dealing with. And I got to be honest with you, there are thousands of rules and laws and issues that you deal with, and I have no problem telling a client, you know what, I don't know that I know the answer to that, but I will do some research. I'll get back to you, or I'll bring in the expert that we need to make sure that we take care of your problem. In sales, that's really what it's about. It's providing service, providing proper and correct information, and if you don't have it, say you don't have it.
Very, very wise information for people to integrate into their line of work. I think anywhere, all across the board. So where can people find this book?
Amazon.com.
Okay.
I think also pal.com and abebooks.com. It's we don't have it in bookstores yet. It's just been out long. We just barely started the big promotion on it this last fall, or December, I guess. But right now you can get it if you're an Amazon Prime member and have a Kindle device, you can actually download my book and the new book that's just coming out for free. So if you're an Amazon Prime member, you don't even have to buy my books.
Wow.
You can get them for free.
You can just get all this great information for free.
For free. So,
So tell me where the proceeds are going. You mentioned
a portion of the proceeds are going to Thanksgiving Point. They're actually in the process of building a new museum. I think I can talk about this. I hope I don't get in trouble. They're in the process of building a new children's museum of natural curiosity. A couple years ago, I wanted to do something. We had one of our foundations that we manage that wanted to do something for Thanksgiving Point to get the children's programs up and running. This new museum is phenomenal. Thanksgivingpoint.org. I'd say go check it out. But we started a half marathon a couple years ago, and now that's turned into a half marathon, a 5K, and a 1 mile fun run for kids. And that's April 28th. And we anticipate, we're hoping we get a ton of runners out there. We had about 2,000 last year. We're hoping for 3 this year. So come on out and run. Thanksgivingpoint.org, but a portion of the proceeds go to that. And we hope to raise $100,000 this year for the event.
Awesome. Well, good luck with that. And I appreciate you coming in and giving our audience some fantastic information. Your book, The Wholesaler's Companion. So go check it out. Some excellent information there. Thanks so much for being with us this morning, Craig. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for letting me come, Chelsea.
Good.
I appreciate
Thanks for coming all the way up here. All right. After the break, we'll be talking with Silver Cricket Floral. Stay there.